Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC. Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, located in Central Africa, is a country known for its vast size and abundant natural resources. Kinshasa is the capital city of Democratic Republic of Congo. On location, the Democratic Republic of Congo is situated in Central Africa, bordered by 9 countries: Angola, Burundi, Central African Republic, Republic of the Congo, Rwanda, South Sudan, Tanzania, Uganda, and Zambia. It is the second largest country in Africa by land area and making him the biggest country in terms of bordered countries. And the population of DRC is 97,768,394 as of Sunday, July 9, 2023, based on worldometer files of the latest United Nations data. International borders. The DRC shares border with several countries, like I told you earlier: Angola to the southwest, Burundi, Rwanda, and Uganda to the east, Central African Republic and South Sudan to the north, Republic of the Congo to the west, and Tanzania and Zambia to the southeast. On their colonization, the Democratic Republic of Congo was colonized by Belgium. It was known as Belgian Congo from 1908 to 1960, when it gained independence in 1960. The official language of the DRC is French. However, the country is linguistically divided with over 200 languages spoken, including Lingala, Swahili, Kikongo, Swiluba, and among others. On their mineral resources, the Democratic Republic of Congo is rich in mineral resources. It is one of the world's largest producers of cobalt, copper, and industrial diamonds. It also has significant reserves of gold, tin, coltan, uranium, and other valuable minerals. On their currency, the currency of the DRC is the Congolese franc, CDF. On the people of the DRC are commonly referred to as the Congolese. The country has a diverse population consisting of numerous ethnic groups, including Congo, Kuba, Lunda, and many others. The Congolese people have a vibrant cultural heritage with a wide range of traditional practices, music, dances, and artistic expression. Today, I will be taking you through the Kuba Kingdom in the southeastern Democratic Republic of Congo, Kinshasa. The Kuba people have a complex political structure that is centered around a monarchy. Their kingdom, known as the Kuba Kingdom or the Kingdom of the Bushong, was established in the 17th century and has remained influential to this day. The kingdom is ruled by a king known as the Nyim, who holds significant power and authority. Welcome. This is Camera 17 TV, our home of documentaries. I am OK Omoge, the moralist born and bred in Igbotaku, Ojagele. Please do well to like, comment, and most importantly, share and subscribe to this video. For as much as you do this, you keep seeing me on this page. You are blessed. The Kuba. The Kuba, also known as the Bakuba, are a diverse and vibrant cultural group comprised of over 20 Bantu-speaking ethnic groups. They reside in the southeastern region of the Democratic Republic of Congo, Kinshasa, specifically between the Kasai and Sankuru rivers, situated east of the confluence. One of the defining features of the Kuba culture is their intricate art forms, which include wood carvings, textiles, pottery, and masks. These artistic expressions often carry symbolic meanings representing various aspects of Cuba's spirituality, social hierarchy, and ancestral beliefs. However, the Kuba Kingdom ethnic groups include Bushungu, Kam, Bukila, Maluk, Ungoba, Ungedi, Shua, Inding, Ilebo, Ke, Kayuing. The tribes are collectively referred to as the Kuba. These diverse ethnic groups are recognized as a unified entity. In the traditional content of the Kuba Kingdom, there was no specific name that encompassed all its inhabitants or the realm itself. Instead, they identified themselves as the people of the king, emphasizing their allegiance to the monarch and share their heritage within the kingdom. The social organization within the Cuba society is structured and centralized around the monarchy, led by a king known as the Nampa. The king holds considerable authority and heart as the political and spiritual leader of the Cuba people. Underneath the king rule, the Cuba society is organized into smaller units, each governed by local chiefs who oversee community affairs and ensure the well-being of their constituents. Cultural diversity and social structures among the Cuba ethnic groups. In the realm of the Cuban ethnic groups, a tapestry of the cultural values and distinct practices exists, differentiating them from neighboring communities. One noteworthy aspect is their shared tradition of tracing family connections through the maternal lineage rather than the paternal side. This unique kinship system places a significant emphasis on the relationship between a Cuba boy and his mother's brother, surpassing the bond between his own father. Throughout his upbringing, the boy typically resides with both his mother and father until the passing of his father. Subsequently, he transitions to his mother's brother's village as a customary practice. Within the region, the Bushungu people held a position of prominence as the dominant ethnic group. There are 19 ethnic groups in Cuba Kingdom. Their language, Bushungu, which belongs to the Bantu language group of the Katsina or Kasai region of the Democratic Republic of Congo, is the major language of the Cuba Kingdom. On their history, the history of the Cuba Kingdom, that is a tapestry of cultural diversity and historical significance. The Cuba people, who trace their roots back to the great Bantu migration from West Africa, hold a significant place among the communities that settled in Great Lakes areas. During the 16th century, the original Cuba population embarked on migration joining from the north, eventually reaching their present location along Sankuru River. However, upon arrival, they discovered that the presence of the Twi people who already inhabited the area. Over time, the Twi became integrated into the Cuba Kingdom while still retaining certain distinctive cultural traits. The zenith of the Cuba's kingdom power was experienced in the mid-19th century. After the invasion of Unsapo that led to a significant fragmentation of the kingdom, the Cuba Kingdom comprised 19 distinct ethnic groups, including the Bushung, Ungede, Ke, Piang, Bulang, Bing, Ilebo, Indian, Ka, Nguba, Kuwenge, Shua, Bokila, Maluk, and Ungogo. Remarkably, the kingdom continues to exist today, with its governance overseen by Unyim or king, who is always selected from the Bushung ethnic group. Each of the 19 ethnic groups maintain the representatives at the Bushung court, ensuring their presence and influence within the kingdom. On Cuba Kingdom, Cuba religion revolves around the central figure of the king, and every ceremony and royal symbol holds great religious significance. The kings themselves are deeply spiritual and serve as a unifying force among all the Cuba tribes, referred to as English or the native spirit or nature spirit. The king is always surrounded by his wives and servants, embodying the spiritual essence of the community. The eldest son, known as Nwadi, holds a special role as the repository of knowledge, stories, and rules. This wisdom is imparted to him by the highest ranked Uma in Bushung court. Within Cuba culture, there exist 7 creation stories, and most Cuba people believe in 2 or more who possess the nature spirit. In each village, there is a designated engaged and a human diviner acts as a conduit of communication to the people through dreams. She interprets these dreams and guides the community on how to rectify their mistakes or misfortune. On burial ceremonies. The burial ceremonies among the Kuba are elaborate affairs. The process begins by adorning the body with multiple layers of textiles, predominantly consisting of intricately embroidered and raffia cloth squares. Once the body has been viewed, the ceremony is completed. A grand coffin constructed with bamboo frame and adorned with decorative mat. The shape of the coffin often mirrors the architecture of a typical Kuba house, featuring a pitched roof, as you can see on the screen. Food gathering and agricultural practices among the Kuba people. The Kuba people have developed a diverse set of methods for gathering and growing food, with farming, hunting, and fishing playing essential roles in their sustenance. Both women and men actively participate in farming activities. Women primarily work on the plains, engaging in planting and gathering tasks. When their work in the field is complete, they lend their assistance to men in the forest. Once they completed their work, they migrated to meet their husbands or men in the forest to help them out. The Cuba society relies heavily on vegetable-based diet. However, the consumption of meat is primarily limited to the dry season, when they can actually focus on hunting without the simultaneous responsibilities of farming. In groups, men employed trapping techniques to capture animals, often carried out, in bush field areas. When it comes to fishing, the Cuba people utilize a combination of fish and flying nets. The level of danger in the water determines the fishing status of the individual. Fishers, both men and women, establish fish ponds that are harvested twice a year. Through a combination of farming, hunting, and fishing practices, the Kuba people sustain their community with a varied and balanced food supply. On Kuba housing or settlement, the palace architecture and the general or common people architecture, their buildings are majorly one room in the 17th century until recently in the 18th, 19th, and the century that we are into now. Divine authority and matrimonial tradition, the Nadami's power in the Cuba kingdom. In the Cuba society, a profound matrilineal structure forms the foundation of their social order. At the heart of this structure is the influential role of the Queen Mother, who empowers the revered Unyi, the king. The Unyi's authority is absolute as he leads the esteemed Kuba kingdom. The Unyim act as a spiritual medium, bridging the gap between the earthly and spiritual realms. The matrilineal nature of the Kuba society highlights the significant power held by the Queen Mother, who has the ability to empower the women. This empowers women as crucial figures in kingdom's lineage and succession through the Queen's model empowerment of the women. The Kuba kingdom maintains continuity and stability, upholding divine authority and preserving matrilineal traditions. Art for the rulers. Some of the newly enthroned king picked art designs, while some allowed the artist to showcase available design patterns for the king. The commoner's art is different from that of the king. Regal attire and sacred vestment. The Banswa, a symbol of Kuba royalty. The royal members of the parliament, including the king, possess a highly prestigious fashion sense that distributes their respective ranks within the Kuba society. The king carries objects of great significance that hold immense importance within the society. Various elements of attire not only indicate the specific role the kings fulfill at any given time, but also emphasize the sacredness within the king's position. The ceremony, Wanswa, is crafted from skins, cowries, and intricately patterned masks, and serves the purpose of ensuring that the king never touches unhallowed ground. On state occasion, the Banswa is sworn or worn as a symbol of authority, and when the king passes away, it becomes the attire in which he is laid to rest. Undop is an image. The undop, a significant ceremonial object, is created whenever a new king assumes office in the Kuba tradition. As you can see on the screen, it serves as an exact likeness of the king, believed to be a spiritual double embodiment of his soul. Following the carving process, the undop is carefully treated with calm wood and palm oil, imparting a reddish hue to the figure. This ritualistic coloring was thought to symbolize fertility, ensure the king's prosperity, particularly during childbirth, promoting its placement near the king's wife. In the event of any damage to the undop, it must be replaced with an identical replica. Upon the passing of the king, the undop is brought to the new king's initiation ceremony, where it symbolically transfers all the former king's power to the successor. Subsequently, the figure finds his place near the throne of the deceased king in a room adjacent to his grave. On Cuba kingdom masks and their meaning as their different roles in their ceremony. We have the bull mask. The woman mask represents wood, the mythical culture here of the Kuba kingdom, often worn during royal ceremonies or important events. The Moshambomu mask. This mask serves as a connection between living and the spiritual world, providing protection and guidance. Ungadi, a marsh mask, it is also known as the royal mask, is exclusively worn by the king's wife during important ceremonies. This mask is adorned with elaborate hairstyles, scarification masks, and intricate beadworks. And finally, on Cuba, textiles are highly regarded for their artistry, craftsmanship, and cultural significance. They represent important aspects of Cuban identity, preserving traditions, storytelling, and artistic expression within the community. This textile ranging from Shuai cloth, Kasai velvet, Unsak cloth, Mbala cloth, and Kuba raffia. Indeed, it's a long one from Kuba Kingdom. However, it's worth it. That is Kuba Kingdom, and there's even more to study about them. Don't forget, you do well to like, comment, and most importantly, share and subscribe to this channel as you keep seeing me on this space. I want to really appreciate every other person that have listened to this clip, despite how long it is. Don't forget, I remain myself okay or Moge, the moralist, born and bred in Ngotako or Jagili. Till we see again, remain blessed.